Hi, in this video I'm swiping for cells. Hi, welcome to Active Art. My name is Laura. If you're new here, I like to do a little acrylic pouring, a little bit of spray paint. Today I'm going to focus just on the pouring and show you a swipe technique from mixing the paint all the way through the swipe. I stopped at a Michael's today on the way home from some errands, and so I was inspired to go ahead and try some new colors and new products. And so we'll see how these new paints do. What I noticed while I was there, let's see, I don't know if it'll focus really well, but it's an Artist Loft Flow acrylic paint, and I found it intriguing. For the price, for the amount of paint, I thought I'd give them a try. So we'll start with just the bottom of these cups. I'm not sure how much pigment is in each one of these. So like some of the student paints, you might have to put in a little more paint than if you use some of the other types of paints. So, and they are all nice and bright colors, and it's a rainy day here. So hopefully this will be nice and cheery. A little bit of blue too. Always loved blue. Alright. Wipe off that lid. And my swiping color is going to be black. Nice little plop on there. And I think today for the mix, all I'm going to use is some Floetrol that I picked up at Home Depot. We got the Home Depot Floetrol. I used to buy it in the smaller ones and just decided to go ahead and start getting bigger ones. Now I'm going to be putting in about 3 times that to the paint. We'll see how it looks. Maybe 4 times. I'm a little heavy-handed on this. To be a good scientist about this, you should probably measure out each time you do it and take copious notes about all your results. I mix a lot by feel and look, and not as much by measuring in the full scientific method, in part because I use different brands of paints. Liquitex, Arteza, what's the other one? I have a whole box of it here. Sergeant Art I use sometimes. And now I have these. Oh, that's a nice little color there. That'll look good with the black. Now I'm stirring these pretty fast because I do intend on letting them sit for a while and have the bubbles come up. And this is really thin. It's a lot thinner than with the other stuff. So I probably added too much Floetrol for the type of paint, since the paint was already fluid, according to the label. But it's still a pretty good consistency. I'll try that. Sometimes pours with it that thin look pretty good, so. You could go back and add a little more paint to make them a little thicker. And they have gel medium too, a gel medium that sometimes if I really want something really thick, I use the gel medium instead of like a Liquitex medium type thing. So yeah, you may want to pour more slowly, stir more slowly, especially if you don't plan on waiting for the bubbles to release. But don't worry, I won't make you sit and watch the bubbles. I'll hit pause. Hope you're all having a good day. Have some projects you're looking forward to diving into. Alright, so I got all of those mixed up nice and good. Maybe a little bit thinner than usual, but that might work pretty good. We'll try that. I've been wanting to try a little bit of a thinner mix on some stuff. Try to scrape the sides. Sometimes I tilt the cups when I stir too, especially in the smaller cups. I find it helps mix in better. And if I'm doing smaller cups, I can stir with coffee stirrers. I used to break these stirrers in half, but then I was ending up with wood chips and everything, so that didn't work out right. While you're letting your paint bubble, letting the bubbles come up to the top and release, you'll prepare your canvas. A lot of times I use wood panels, but I noticed when I was in there that this canvas is stretched pretty tight, so that should be good. Some people tape the sides if they don't want to worry about pouring on the sides. Sometimes I do that. Taping the bottom helps so you don't get fingerprints all over the bottom, especially if you intend on selling it. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take pictures of the patterns and then use that digitally to upload to one of the print-on-demand sites. Right now I'm on Zazzle primarily. I also do Teespring sometimes, but there's a bunch of them out there. If you have one that you found that you like a lot, leave a comment. Let me know. I'll let everybody know. Alright, so I'll let that sit for a minute, and I do see a couple bubbles coming up. So, alright. Alright, so here we go. I'll show you, that's the problem with taping the bottom. Sometimes it sticks to the cups. I'll rub that down one more time. But what I do in the middle with the canvas is I find an appropriate number of cups. Sometimes I put a pad on it, depending on what I need, just to give a little bit of support. It still should be resting on its corners, but that bottom cup still moves, but it's just slightly touching the canvas. So it's not pushing up, but it'll keep it from sagging down if there's a lot of paint in the middle. So I think what I'll do is I'll save this space for the swiping color, black, and then I'll start to design here. I'll put a little bit of black in the middle because by the time you get to the end, sometimes you run out of it. But let's see. Let's start with this nice bright color here. Still some bubbles in it. Probably should have waited a little longer, but patience has never been my best attribute, probably. Especially when I have pretty colors to come play with. Now, I'm not sure who the first person was to ever start swiping, but the first person I saw doing it was Pour More over on Instagram. I'll put a link over to our YouTube channel down in the description, so you can check out all that great artwork. Now, before I put down the swipe color, what I usually like to do when I swipe is I take the edge of my towel, and I have this little spritzer water bottle, and I put water in it, mostly. I put just a touch of rubbing alcohol. Basically just walked past the bottle with the alcohol, didn't really put too much in it at all. You can smell it, but just a little bit. It seems to add just enough weight to the edge. If you moisten it, adds a little bit of weight to that paper towel, so you get a little bit more even of a swipe. A little bit more in there. You can also, I've seen people use almost like cake decorating spatula things, and well, it was a little too heavy on that end, but I'll tilt it back that way, get some paint back over on that part of the canvas. I'll try a little bit of torch, see if I can help it along a little. I just use one they have down at the corner store. It's like a lighter. Try not to get it too close, you don't want to scorch the paint. And keep it moving. not really doing a whole lot. Oh, what to do. And that's where I put that black in the middle here. The blue is showing up real nice. As it does. Don't want to mess it up. Now watch this next pass with the torch up in the top. It really does bring out some extra colors there. Now I'm just going to let that dry for a bit, and I'll take a picture and then we'll load everything up and then you'll be watching it. Alright. We'll see how. I'll let it dry a little first, that way you have a little bit of an idea, because sometimes these things change a lot as they dry because of the different layers of the paint and the weight of the different pigments, and they adjust as they're drying. Alright, so it's been about a half hour and I've kind of had a fan in the room and it's kind of warm in here. It's changed a little bit, but it's pretty much stopped changing, so I'm going to stop the video here. If it changes more as it dries, I'll post it up on Instagram. You can follow me there at Active Art Passions. Down in the description I will put some of the products I'm using, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to change the lighting and move the camera around a little bit so you can get different perspective of what's going on with the painting. Even the drips look nice. I make acrylic skins, you know, with after the paint dries and you peel it up and it's just like a little skin. Some people like to use them to make jewelry or different art pieces or collages. I would actually recommend using a shower curtain. They have some reasonably priced clear, you know, shower curtains on Amazon that I use a lot of times instead of, this is like a trash bag, but the dried paint comes off really slick from those. And so if you're trying to make the skins, then I would recommend getting the shower curtain or something like that. It's just a smoother texture for when it comes off. Well, that light was too much. Have a great day. Have a good time creating something. Thanks for coming by. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to subscribe. Maybe hit the bell so you get notifications next time a video comes up.